for Zoo Day 6 here at Chester Zoo. My name's Laura. I'm a twilight keeper here at Chester Zoo, which basically means I look after some of the more weird and wonderful animals that we have at the zoo, including our Visayan warty pigs. So I'm here up on islands, ready to give them their tea basically with some of my glamorous assistants. So I'll introduce you to our pigs as we go along. But yeah, we're just putting out some food for them. So on the menu today for them is some broccoli, some carrots, some sweet potato, some apples, some pears, and there's a little bit of their pig nut in there as well. So this is one of their favourite meals of the whole day. So what we're going to do is scatter the food out as much as we can. There is also some mealworms being thrown out on the paddock, which is a bit of a treat for them. They don't have mealworms every day, so they'll be taken into those. So we've got 6 pigs here at the zoo, and what you will see that they're doing is they go around hoovering up all the food. They are very, very food orientated, as you can tell, and there is very much a hierarchy within our group of pigs. So you can probably see Trey just walking around the back now. So Trey is top pig basically. He's our dominant pig, which probably doesn't surprise you. So Trey weighs 57 kilos. He's 9 years old. He's been with us at the zoo for a little while, and he is very, very obvious at the moment because of his amazing hairdo. So in the breeding season, dominant Visayan warty pigs get this amazing Mohican, and it basically makes them look more impressive to females, makes them look bigger and stronger, so they get more females basically. So that's why he's got the big Mohican, but that's also why our pigs are named after punk rockers. Now I'm not super up on my punk rockers, as you might expect, but Trey is actually named after Trey, who is the drummer in Green Day, so a bit of an honour for him. And then I'll point out some of our other pigs as we go along. So this pig that you can see just here, this is Jake. So Jake's named after Jake Burns. He was actually born at Chester in 2014, so it's nice that he's been able to stay with us. So it's quite obvious that he's a male pig, and hopefully you can see as he eats that he's got those short, sharp tusks at the front of his mouth, and that's distinctive to all male Visayan warty pigs. So he's having a good snuffle around in the bark chip, picking up every last morsel of food. We also have our other pigs. So this one over here, you can see there. So this is Wendy. So Wendy's our smallest pig. She's also our youngest. She only weighs about 20 kilos, and it's one of the reasons it's important for us to spread the food out, because she is sort of a lower ranking female in the group. She is nice and confident, and as you can see, she's tucking into mealworms in the bark chip there. And then next to her you can see her brother. So her brother, his name is Johnny, so he's named after Johnny Rotten. They were born in 2015. Again, you can see he is a little bit bigger than Wendy, and you can also see he's got the distinctive tusks at the front. We also have our other females. So over on this side here, you can just about see. So this is Gwen. So Gwen is an absolutely lovely pig. She's very confident, very bold, very in your face, and likes to think herself as Queen Bee. So Gwen's quite distinctive. She's a little bit smaller, but she obviously doesn't have the teeth. She's got a slightly shorter tail, and yeah, she's named after Gwen Stefani. And the last pig, if we can point her out, might be over on the other side, is Chrissy. So Chrissy's actually got a slightly longer tail and is a bit bigger. Chrissy is very much a sensitive soul. So Chrissy does take exception into changes of routine and things like that. So hopefully, when we see her come round, I'll point her out to you. But yeah, those are our 6 pigs, and a little bit about them. So why are they called Versailles and warty pigs? Well, the reason for the warty bit is actually they have 3 sets of fleshy warts on sort of around their mouth region, the males, and they use this drug when they end up fighting. So in the wild, males would fight over dominance, and the fleshy warts would protect them, particularly as I pointed out with the sharp tusks that they've got. The reason they're called Versailles warty pigs is because they are only found on the Philippine Islands, the Versailles Islands. That's kind of where the name comes from. But yeah, as you can see, they've calmed down a little bit now. They've got slightly different colours. Oh, there's Chrissy over there. So she's got a little bit of a pink bit on the edge of her nose, and she's a little bit darker. Like I said, she's a little bit of a more sensitive soul is Chrissy, and sort of slightly less dominant. But she is absolutely lovely. It's really nice with the pigs because we work so closely with them. We get to know their personalities, and you can almost tell who's who just by kind of the personalities rather than necessarily sort of the appearance, really. So they're a really lovely group of animals to work with. We feel very lucky here at Chester to look after them. So what you might notice, it might be quite difficult to tell, they do have their favourite foods. So what Trey particularly does is he picks out his apples and pears, which are his favourites, and he'll leave the broccoli till last. So he'll actively go around the paddock and he'll leave the broccoli till later on. So I don't really blame him, but he does make sure that it's known that he's the dominant pig in this group, so he gets all the best bits. Yeah, literally ignoring the broccoli there. these islands, and now unfortunately they're only found on 2 of these islands, just pockets, and it's thought that there's only between 200 and 300 of these pigs remaining in the wild, although we still need to do more research. We need more data to be 100% sure on the numbers. The main threats to these animals, unfortunately, is habitat loss, which is a threat to a lot of the animals that you'd walk around Chester Zoo and see. And as the human population increases, then more of their habitat, more of their rainforests is cleared to make way for agricultural land, and then it means that the pigs' habitat is reduced, and then the pigs come into the agricultural land and raid the crops, because it's free food, isn't it? And that means that unfortunately the farms end up killing them for being pests, and also means that they get hunted for their meat as well. Another issue for these pigs is hybridisation with feral domestic pigs, so they do end up mixing, and it dilutes the pure bloodline of the same water pig, so you get a lot of hybrids out there. So we do a lot of work out in the Philippines with these pigs, and it's researching them, learning more about them, and we've got conservation breeding centres to breed the pure Visayas warty pig bloodline, which then hopefully we could release them back into the wild at some point in the future when it's a bit safer. So one of the reasons we have them here at the zoo is they are part of a captive breeding programme, and it means that I can educate people about them. You can come to the zoo and see how amazing they are, and also it means that we've got a safety net population, so if anything happens to the wild population, that small number of animals, then it means that they aren't going to go completely extinct. So yeah, they are a critically endangered animal, and definitely need support, both here at the zoo and out in the Philippines as well, because yeah, I think you'll agree they are absolutely amazing amazing animals, and full of character and full of personality. But yeah, this paddock is brilliant for them, because as you can see, they are kind of now they've calmed down a little bit, they've got slightly fuller bellies, they are now starting to search in the bark chip, so it mimics, so we try and mimic kind of the natural behaviours as much as we possibly can. So it means that the bark chip and the sand, they have to use their big snout, and they have to use their amazing sense of smell, dig nice big holes, and kind of find all the tasty food basically. Because yeah, some people might remember that the pigs were originally over by Fruitbat Forest. We did have them on that paddock there for a little while, and then Islands was open. This was one of the first species that came up here, and they've got this massive paddock. So they've got the house on the right hand side, and then they've got this brilliant paddock that they can run around in, and we've just put this new bark chip out down here, which kept them busy for absolutely hours. But yeah, it's great. It means we can dig nice big holes, make them really work for their food basically. We want to prolong the feeding time, keep them enriched as possible, and get them exhibiting those natural behaviours, which